So I'm an associate professor of library and information science in the Department of Library and Information Science at the Rutgers School of Communication and Information, of which journalism and media studies is another department, as well as communication. I'm a health equity researcher. My PhD training is in information science. I have an MBA as well as a master's in social work, undergrad in math and computer science, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker and mental health provider. What trends have I seen? Well, I guess the one that two stand out. Number one would be just the social distancing stipulations associated with the COVID pandemic have made for connecting with other people in the context of school difficult for students. And I've noticed that isolation is deleterious to one's physical, spiritual, and mental health. So the feeling of being isolated is generally not good because we're social animals and social creatures, we humans. So I'm equating isolation and distancing requirements to a sense, because I haven't looked closely at the data, but a sense that that actually threatens students and older adults and other people's sort of mental health because they're much more isolated.
Hi, my name is Jaden Berrien, and I'm a sophomore, and I'm a journalism and media studies major. I've definitely been quite stressed, not just because finals are coming up, but also because of the strike. I loved it. It felt like a second spring break, definitely in the beginning, but after not being able to get a lot of information about when it was going to end, or a lot of information about what is expected of us with our exams and with our assignments, then it really stressed me out because I didn't know if I would be able to finish my year off strong, and I would have been everything would have been messed up because of it. Not that I don't support the strike, but I just wish there was more transparency about it. It definitely caused me a lot of stress, just not knowing what was going on. And then of course, just this normal jitters of end of the semester wrapping up and not being able, having to study and having to get prepared for papers and exams definitely has been giving me a lot of stress. My advice for someone who's going through a lot of stress and isn't able to turn to Rutgers because they're not providing adequate resources would be to find a professor you really trust and you really adore, because they hold so much knowledge and they're there to listen. And a lot of professors, in my opinion, that I've had, or other professors in general, have gone through Rutgers or have gone to Rutgers and graduated from Rutgers, or have been at Rutgers for a lot of time and know what it's like being at this university, and they know how to talk about it and they can empathize with you really well. So I definitely recommend turning to a professor and also turning to friends. A lot of friends are probably going through the same thing. I also say turning inwards and finding stuff that relaxes your mind and makes you happy, whether that's working out, writing, reading, watching TV. Yeah.